All right, I used to be that guy athletically in terms of just having fun. Like I've never been just a dominant athlete where I could just average 20 25 points a game, but in street ball or neighborhood ball, you go pick me. Like I was him. Um I always have been undersized to be playing post, but I learned how to use my weight early, and I got good at it, right? So I came up and I was the guy that would I'll be playing post and all that kind of stuff, and I'm 6 feet, so I'm 6 feet and playing post. Couldn't do it in a real game, but I was street ball. I was straight. I was good with it. Um, I was left-handed as well, so I was able to do some things differently on the court that would frustrate opponents. Um, I used to shoot hooks and all kind of stuff. Just enjoying my time on the court. Fast forward to my time in a school district. I used to work at some junior high schools, and during my time at some junior high schools, uh, I used to like have an annual. I can't say. Well, I can say annual because it happened every year. I used to have an annual basketball game where I would have students versus faculty slash community slash just anybody I could find, right? And it was a way for me to try to get the morale up at the school, try to get students involved and more focused on their grades at the end of the year. Just have some fun with the students and let them know, hey, we know that you all have had a rough year, but thank you for all that you've done and good luck in the future. It was also a way for me to, try to get them to push to get their grades up because it was done after testing, and usually after test time, schools just they you going to school, but you ain't really doing nothing in school. That's just being honest with you. Well, my first time having this game, um, I think the group of students at the school at that time, I believe, were sixth and seventh graders. Now, there were some students that were my height, but they didn't know how to use their size. And so I remember that game was crazy. It was myself, my best friend, he's 6'9", dunking on folks. We just dominated, right? And it was funny because all I did was camp under the basket and post up. And, by the time they realized, well, wait a minute, he might be scoring. I think I had like 10, 15 points before they realized that, okay, we might want to hold him. It was too late then. The game was out of hand. Well, that was that year. The very next year, similar situation. I think this time we had it where we played these students were seventh and eighth graders, and it was just a fun game. We went all out and had various. I think we had T-shirts that year made for the staff, and just enjoyed ourselves. Same situation. I'm posting up on kids, and just doing what I do. It was easy, light work. Well, the very next year, I had a stint in the hospital, and I think I was in the hospital for a week. And when I got out of the hospital, the students had grown acclimated to it at this time. They were like, "Hey, when we gonna have the game? Quit tripping." So I didn't want to let them down. I'm still, I'm like, all right. The stay in the hospital may have done me some good. I lost some weight. Uh, so yeah, I'm looking at it like, all right, I can go out here and really do what I do. The week leading up to the game, though, the entire energy shifted. Like, it was different this time because usually I'm the guy who talking noise on the court to the kids and telling them what's about to happen and all that kind of stuff. There was this one young man, that very mild mannered young man, but he was a beast. And he was a hidden beast. I didn't know it yet. He came up to me. He was like, "Hey, you know I got you, right?" And I'm like, I was insulted. Like, "Boy, who you talking to?" And he was like, "I got you." He said, "If I get a chance, I'm going to get you." And so my response was always, "Yeah, well, that's what all y'all are saying, but you got to get to you actually got to make it to the game." Cause we used to have a play-in tournament. The students would have to play each other to even make it to the faculty and staff. He said, "Oh, I ain't worried about that." He said, I got you though. And like, he would say this regularly when he would see me in the hall, but he wouldn't smile when he was saying it. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. I didn't know his game, right? So we got to the court, and before we got to the court, the build up had started to get bigger. Like, the first couple of days was just him telling me, but after that it was his homeboys telling me, and other students started to tell me. I was like, who is this boy? Well, we get to the court, and you know how you can start looking at layup drills and layup lines and all that kind of stuff. Well, I didn't take them seriously. They junior high kids, right? So they in layup line, and I think I'm putting my shoes on or whatever, taking my pants off and make sure my shorts are on. And I look over, and this boy got bunnies. Like, he bouncing vertically and touching the rim. I'm like, boy, in the 8th grade, where that come from? And so I'm like, all right, I ain't worried though. He just an 8th grader, he really ain't got it like that, right? So pregame is still progressing. And next thing I know, he cock it behind his head with 2 hands, and boom! I'm like, he almost dunked. Like, he didn't dunk. He laid it in softly, but he could have dunked it had he felt like it. And the fact that the 8th grader is cocking it behind his head with 2 hands, I'm like, what is this? So now he has my attention, right? He has my attention. And the game starts, and I realized that I hadn't done any kind of exercise, and I was out of it. Like, my body just wouldn't let me do what I needed to do. So what ended up happening was, we're on the court, we're playing, but I'm struggling to even get up and down the court. Like, my body is spent. I got out of the hospital the week before the game. So I'm not having a good game, but the building is electric. The kids are having fun. Wait a minute, let me go back. I think I just made up a word. The building is electric is what I meant to say. The kids are having fun. The faculty and staff are on their post. Everybody's just enjoying themselves and enjoying the environment. Well, I'm snow bricking, right? I'm not even coming down court. Like, I'm just staying on defense and making sure I'm making certain plays. I get a rebound, I outlet pass it, having a really laid back game. The young man who made the threats to me gets fouled, right? Goes to the free throw line. And I'm like, okay, I forgot, he's already called me out. So I thought I was gonna be able to play a little lazy defense, right? He missed his second free throw, and he misses it long. I didn't box out. I didn't box out at all. Okay, that was my first mistake. Ball comes long and he catches it. He throws it to his teammate. His teammate throws it back to him. He's now out beyond the 3-point line. Well, I know he's quicker than me. I know he can jump higher than me. So I start using my mind. I started playing that old man ball, right? So I'm gonna stay right around the free throw line because I'm not even gonna. If he go dominate me or beat me, he gonna have to shoot because I haven't seen him shoot. I know he has athleticism now. So he gets the ball, and he, when you really finna do something to somebody, he's dribbling, but he rubs the bottom of his shoes, and I'm like, what's that? He rubbed the bottom of his shoes again, and he crossed, and next thing I know, this boy running at me full speed, and I'm like, is he gonna try to run me over or something? And I know how to use my size, so I'm like, all right, I got you. So I'm bracing for impact, right? Next thing I know, he took off. He took off, right? I'm almost at the free throw line. This boy took off, and when I realized he was finna try to dunk it, his pants, boom, hit me right in the head, right? And I'm so much heavier than he is, he instantly came down. But that's when I realized, wait a minute, this kid just tried to dunk on me. And it's a strong possibility he would have been successful had I not fouled him. That game right there let me know, hey, basketball for real, that time has passed me by. I ain't got it. So, Jakari Livingston, if you are listening to this video, yes, I am talking about you. Boy almost mashed on me, had me feeling all kind of ways. And it was funny then, it's still funny, but he opened my eyes and let me know, no, I need to come on off this court with y'all. Y'all, this boy tried to dunk on me for real. And the face he had let me know he was coming back. He was gonna come back. Like the boy was, he was dialed in, like he was feeling it. And all I could do was foul him. I didn't have an answer for him. Like I couldn't hold him. He's quicker than me, jumps higher than me. Like I didn't have an answer. I didn't have an athletic answer for him. That game made me realize, hey, let me start coaching and giving back to the community in other ways. Cause no, I'm not gonna be getting dunked on by students. That literally was my last game, faculty versus students. I have not had one since. I'll play around, but no, he ended my career. Well, yeah, he ended my career. So yeah, that was rather embarrassing. But the young man later went on to be in all kind of publications. He's been on Fox News, dunking, and all. The boys, I should have known he was the truth. I didn't really pay attention to many of the basketball games at that time. So even though I was going, I would like walk around and be quote unquote on duty. But yeah, the boy was a physical specimen, and I just didn't know it. So yeah, that was the time I got bullied by an 8th grader. He told me what he was gonna do, did what he said he was gonna do. Well, he tried to do it, and I was like, you know what? It's nothing I can do to stop him from doing it. I can't stop this boy. He quicker than me. On the court, he quicker than me. All I could do was foul him. So, with that being said, I hope you all enjoying these story times. I'm enjoying giving them to you. Have some new stuff coming as well. But don't forget to like, subscribe. Well, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about it, all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, that's it. Peace.